Hey everyone, welcome back to the Speak English podcast. I'm David, and today I'm with someone who always brings the best energy, my co-host Sarah.
Thanks so much, David. Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here and to share some tips that will make speaking English feel much easier and more fun for you.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever wanted to speak English fluently, but suddenly your brain hits pause like a broken video? You're not alone. It happens to everyone.
And that's exactly why you should stay with us today. We'll show you a way to speak smoothly, without freezing or overthinking, so English flows naturally in conversations.
But before we jump in, do something super quick that makes a huge difference. Hit the like button and subscribe. It keeps you connected to powerful tips every single week.
Plus, by subscribing, you commit to your fluency journey. That's your first step today. Now, let's dive into the real secret to speaking English without pausing or thinking.
The secret is training your mind to think directly in English, without stopping to analyze or translate. When you connect ideas instantly in English, your brain practices forming thoughts naturally, which slowly reduces the extra time your mind needs to prepare before speaking.
Exactly. It's like rewiring your mental habits. Instead of pausing to check inside your memory for each possible word, you teach your brain to work faster by trusting the vocabulary you already know. That way, speaking becomes more fluid, and conversations feel less stressful.
The technique works because you're building short, automatic patterns in your mind. When you practice forming quick sentences, your brain develops a new pathway. So instead of searching for words, the words just appear. This makes speaking sound much more natural in real situations.
You can compare the process to learning how to ride a bike. At first, you wobble, you overthink, and it feels difficult. But soon, your body takes control, and it becomes automatic. In English, the more you practice creating thoughts directly, the less effort you use while speaking.
Another important part is repetition. Using simple thoughts many times helps your brain accept them as normal. For example, if every morning you describe your routine in English, those sentences start to live permanently in your head. Soon you won't even notice they are in English.
And this doesn't just help you avoid pauses, it also helps you sound confident. The smoother you speak, the more natural your voice becomes in conversations. People understand you better, and you feel comfortable using the language for daily life, work, or even social situations.
Many learners struggle because they expect perfect sentences before speaking, but the technique encourages the opposite. Instead of perfection, the goal is fluency. Once you free yourself from overthinking rules in the moment, your speech becomes faster and more connected.
And remember, this is not magic, it's practice. The more you train your thoughts directly in English, the easier it becomes. Over time, you notice fewer pauses, fewer hesitations, and more flow. That is why this method is powerful. It reshapes your brain little by little, every day.
Let's try something simple together, right now. Imagine you wake up in the morning, open your eyes, and instead of stopping to plan how to say it, you immediately think, I'm waking up, I'm opening the window, I feel the fresh air. Small sentences like these, spoken quickly, train your brain to flow.
That's a great start. And you can keep building without worrying too much about mistakes. For example, you could continue, I'm brushing my teeth, I'm washing my face, I'm drinking water. These thoughts are short, easy, and they reflect real actions of everyday life, which makes it easier to remember them.
Now, notice what happens when you add a little more detail. Instead of stopping at, I'm drinking water, try, I'm drinking cold water because I just woke up and I feel thirsty. You don't need to prepare in advance. Your brain learns to stretch sentences naturally, and at the same time, fluency is developing.
Exactly. And what's important here is not to rush or stress. Speak slowly, but without going back to correct yourself in the middle. If you say something like, I'm opening the door, I walk to the kitchen, I find my coffee cup, it's fine, even if the grammar isn't perfect, because the flow is what really counts.
Let me push it a little further. While going through your routine, describe your actions in real time. Say, I'm putting on my shoes, I'm taking my keys, I'm walking outside. The key is to keep speaking without interruptions. The more you do it, the less space your brain gives to hesitation.
A fun way to practice is turning simple situations into little stories. Start with, I'm walking outside, then add, I'm hearing the cars, I'm watching the people walking, I'm feeling the sun. Turning your environment into instant sentences makes your brain create a direct link with reality in English.
Notice that we're not trying to translate or pause before every word. Each thought appears directly. Action, detail, action, detail. With repetition, your lips and tongue also learn the natural rhythm of English. Words begin to flow in sequence, just like in your first language, without long pauses.
And that's the beauty of this exercise. It's very simple. Just describing your surroundings, moment by moment, forces your brain to think fast and stay in English. The best part is you can do it anywhere. Walking, cooking, or riding the bus. It's daily life turned into instant speaking practice.
One of the biggest benefits of practicing this way is speed. When you stop translating, your thoughts move directly into English, which makes conversations flow 3 or 4 times faster. You'll notice yourself responding quickly and naturally, and this creates confidence in every interaction you have.
Another benefit is that pauses almost disappear. Instead of filling silence with or you keep speaking smoothly. People listening to you feel more comfortable, and you feel less pressure. It's like giving yourself permission to be understood without stopping every few seconds.
Fluency also increases your confidence in a way that grammar exercises alone never can. Suddenly, you realize you don't need a dictionary for every word. You can walk into a meeting, a class, or even a casual conversation and handle yourself with ease, simply because your sentences connect faster.
Beyond confidence, this technique helps improve your rhythm and natural tone. When you speak continuously, you're unconsciously practicing the music of the language, the natural rise and fall, and this makes your speech more pleasant and easier to understand. People enjoy listening to you more.
Another incredible benefit is vocabulary activation. You probably already know more words than you use. By practicing directly in English, those words hidden in your memory suddenly become active, ready to appear when you need them most, transforming passive knowledge into real communication.
And don't forget how motivating it feels. Each time you complete a short practice without pausing, you notice progress immediately. You realize, I can do this. That positive experience makes you want to repeat it, and little by little, the routine becomes a powerful source of motivation.
This habit also saves energy. You don't waste time analyzing tricky grammar rules during conversations, which makes speaking smoother and less tiring. The effect is like removing heavy weights from your brain, leaving you free to focus on connecting ideas and emotions with your words.
And finally, the benefit is freedom. You stop seeing English as a mountain to climb and start feeling it as a natural part of life. Speaking becomes less about surviving the conversation and more about enjoying it. That transformation is what keeps people practicing happily every single day.
Let's break it down into simple steps so anyone can follow. Step 1 is to start small by noticing the objects around you and naming them instantly in English. Say words like table, window, phone. These tiny observations seem basic, but they actually train your brain to react quickly without translating.
Step 2 is connecting those objects with short actions. Instead of just naming things, try forming small sentences like I'm using my phone, I'm sitting on a chair. This creates a habit of thinking in complete ideas. Your brain learns not only vocabulary, but also how to link words into living speech.
Step 3 is adding details. Instead of I'm sitting on a chair, expand to I'm sitting on a chair near the window and I can feel the sunlight. The more you add, the more natural it becomes. Expanding sentences forces your mind to stretch and builds flexibility in how you express yourself.
Step 4 is to speak out loud. Many people keep everything in their head, but your mouth also needs training. Say every thought, no matter how simple. When you do this daily, your muscles remember the shapes and sounds of English words, and your brain starts producing them with less hesitation.
Step 5 is daily consistency. It's better to spend a few minutes each day than one long practice once a month. Short, repeated training builds strong memory, while long, rare sessions often disappear quickly. A couple of minutes is enough, as long as it's repeated and focused. That's the key.
Step 6 is to connect these sentences to your routine. Talk while you cook, walk, or prepare your bag. By linking practice with daily life, it's easier to remember and much less stressful. You are not just practicing, you are living in English as you move through normal activities. That's powerful.
Step 7 is to increase the pace once you feel ready. First, speak slowly to stay clear. Later, practice saying the same sentences faster while keeping the rhythm. It's not about rushing, but about feeling natural speed. This step helps you sound sharper and prevents overthinking mid-sentence.
Step 8 is to be playful with practice. Ask yourself random questions like, what am I doing now? What will I do next? By answering out loud, you create a conversation with yourself. It feels silly at first, but it's a fantastic way to keep practicing anytime, anywhere, without waiting for someone else.
One of the most common mistakes learners make is trying to use very complex vocabulary immediately. When you overload your sentences with difficult words, you increase hesitation and break the flow. The smarter choice is to keep it simple until your fluency grows stronger and your confidence develops.
Another mistake is stopping every time you notice an error. Pausing to fix grammar or vocabulary in the middle of a sentence interrupts communication. It's more effective to finish the idea, keep the rhythm, and then reflect later. This way, you still practice fluency while improving with time.
Many learners also fall into the trap of overthinking grammar rules. They try to remember every little detail before speaking, which slows everything down. Communication is about connection, not perfection. Fluency comes from practicing flow, while accuracy can be refined gradually in the background.
A classic mistake is comparing yourself constantly to others. Thinking, they speak faster than me, I'm not good enough, only increases frustration. Instead, measure progress against your past self. If yesterday you hesitated for 10 seconds and today you only pause for 5, that's real improvement.
Another mistake is practicing only in your head. Silent thoughts can help, but without speaking out loud, you don't train your tongue, lips, and even your breathing. Avoid this by forcing yourself to pronounce words daily, even if no one is listening. Fluency lives in both the brain and the mouth.
And sometimes people believe they need long study sessions to see results. That pressure leads them to practice less. It's better to practice for 3 minutes every day than to wait for the perfect moment of 1 hour. Avoid the trap of perfection. Daily consistency is more powerful than intensity.
Many learners also avoid speaking for fear of making mistakes, which ironically prevents them from improving. By avoiding speaking, they protect themselves from errors, but also from growth. The solution is acceptance. Mistakes are natural signs of progress and are part of the learning journey.
Finally, another mistake is treating practice like a stressful exam. That mindset blocks creativity and makes speaking heavy. Change it into a game, a fun activity where experimenting is allowed. The lighter your approach, the more relaxed your brain feels, and the faster fluency develops naturally.
Here's a challenge that's so simple, you can start it today. For the next 3 days, choose one part of your daily routine and describe it completely in English for 2 minutes. It could be getting ready in the morning or preparing food. Keep speaking non-stop, even if it feels repetitive.
While doing this challenge, don't worry about perfect grammar. The focus is fluency, not perfection. Say every thought that comes to your mind, even small details, like what you see or hear around you. This helps you train your brain to stay in English and prevents long pauses from appearing.
To make it stronger, record yourself on your phone. When you listen back, you'll notice patterns. Maybe you repeat certain words. Maybe you speak too slowly, or maybe you sound better than expected. This reflection helps you understand your progress objectively and motivates you to continue.
If you want a playful twist, describe something imaginary. For example, imagine you're walking on the beach, then invent what you see, hear, and feel. Your brain gets used to building sentences creatively, which makes speaking more natural. The goal is not truth, but flow and practice.
Stay consistent and complete the challenge daily, even if you feel unmotivated. 2 minutes is short enough to not feel heavy, but long enough to stretch your thinking muscles. This balance is perfect. It's challenging enough to grow, yet small enough that you won't avoid doing it.
By repeating it for 3 days, you will already start noticing changes. Sentences will come quicker, pauses will shorten, and confidence will rise. You'll prove to yourself that fluency is not magic. It's built by small, smart habits like this. Consistency transforms simple actions into big results.
Another advantage of this challenge is flexibility. You can do it anywhere. While walking, waiting for the bus, or cooking at home, those 2 minutes always fit in. This means there are no excuses. The more situations you practice in, the more natural English becomes in your everyday rhythm.
And to celebrate small wins, after completing each session, give yourself real credit. Say, "I did it today." That feeling keeps motivation alive. It's not about giant steps, but tiny daily victories. When you notice improvement after just 3 days, you'll want to keep going even longer.
So, today, we explored how thinking directly in English helps you speak smoothly, without those frustrating pauses. It's not about being perfect immediately. It's about building small habits every day. Fluency grows step by step, and each moment you practice, your brain learns to respond faster.
Remember, the technique is simple but powerful. By describing your actions, your surroundings, or even your imagination, you train fluency naturally. Over time, those short daily efforts combine into a strong skill that lets you speak comfortably in conversations without feeling blocked.
What really matters is consistency. If you practice a little each day, even just 2 or 3 minutes, you'll feel a visible difference in your fluency. It may seem like small progress, but with time it creates major transformation. Real growth comes from steady practice, not sudden miracles.
And the beauty of this journey is that you don't need special materials or complicated exercises. Your daily life becomes your practice ground. Every action and every thought is an opportunity to speak. The more English you invite into your day, the more natural and enjoyable it becomes.
Before we go, I just want to remind you that your progress is already in motion once you take the first step. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start, because the perfect moment is now. Build your confidence with practice, and the smoother rhythm of English will soon become part of you.
And don't forget to celebrate small wins as you grow. Each time you complete a practice, you're building momentum. That momentum will carry you into bigger conversations, stronger confidence, and eventually a fluent life with English naturally flowing in your mind, heart, and daily routines.
If you enjoyed today's episode and it helped you, give us a like and make sure you subscribe to the Speak English podcast. That way, you'll never miss tips that can transform the way you speak. Supporting the channel helps us keep giving you strategies designed to make learning enjoyable.
Thank you for joining us today. We love being part of your journey, and we're excited to watch your English grow day by day. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, fluency comes with time, effort, and joy. Until next episode, stay confident, stay curious, and keep speaking every day.